The Project Management Resource Network helps you lead projects and provides you with the essential tips and tools for optimal performance. Today, I'll be discussing how I got my PMP certification. One day, a friend of mine told me he just passed the PMP certification. I wasn't sure what he was talking about. He explained there is a certificate for project management from PMI. I knew of project management because I'd been doing some at my job, but I didn't know there was a formal process or a book of knowledge. I started to research the subject and found articles explaining knowledge areas and process groups. I researched the requirements to qualify to take the exam and realized I needed about another year of hours to accumulate before I could qualify to apply. During that year, I studied off and on, and then I got serious. I did not want to spend thousands of dollars of my own money on a boot camp, so I decided to be self-taught by utilizing an online course. I went to different sites looking for the best and affordable courses and found Cornelius's PM Prepcast. Cornelius is an expert on PMP and offers an insightful course which will prepare you for the 4-hour PMP exam. I purchased the program and listened to the lessons. I wanted to learn and understand the material, so I would listen to the sections over and over. I would listen while I took my dog for a walk or sitting on my couch at night. When I finally got through the lessons after 6 months, I took the test to qualify for my 35 contact hours. The 35 hours are a prerequisite to apply for the PMP exam. I took the test with relative ease, but knew I had plenty of studying and work ahead of me if I was going to pass the 4-hour exam. To prepare for the exam, I practiced by purchasing the PM Prepcast exam simulator and started taking the 4-hour practice exams. I would take the simulated exams on Saturday afternoons and sit there for 4 hours until I was done. Thank God my wife was so understanding and knew how important the process was for me to get prepared. I did the simulated exam about 3 or 4 times and felt confident I was ready to apply. I had the application filled out already in a template that I had downloaded from the web. I filled out my application and submitted it. Once I received notice I was approved to take the exam, I scheduled the test so I would have a deadline. My exam was scheduled in September and I felt I was ready. Up to the point, the whole process felt more like a hobby than an actual testing event. But when I went down to the testing center, it felt real. I had read online what happens when you go to take the test. You must store your personal belongings in a locker. You have a security person check you in and use a metal detector wand to ensure you're not carrying anything with you that could allow you to cheat. Once I sat in front of the testing computer, I was a little nervous, but reminded myself I had done okay on the practice simulator exams, so I could do it. I started the test and wrote down notes, or what is commonly referred to as a brain dump. Starting with question 1, I began to panic because I had no idea what the answer was and started to think I was in trouble. I marked the first question for review and moved on to the second question, which was easy. The third question was also easy, and I started to get into a rhythm. I would fly through the questions I knew and marked the more difficult questions for review so I could come back to them. I got through the exam and then went back and spent more time on the difficult questions. I used the full 4 hours and time was about up, so I submitted my results. I was thinking, oh no, I bet I failed. And then the beautiful words appeared on the screen, "Congratulations, you have passed your exam." I was so elated. I had finally passed, and all my hard work had paid off. When I got home that Saturday afternoon, I told my wife I had passed, and she was so happy. I also told her I was glad I did it, but I never want to do it again. Project Management Resource Network. Resources for project management beginners, the occasional project manager, and certified professionals. For more information, visit pmresourcenetwork.com.